Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. My dear portals of love, I am going to do down and dirty tarot today for you. It's kind of like just traditional tarot. I know I've been doing a lot of deeper spiritual readings, but we're going to do your past, present, and future energy with tarot. I'm going to use my Light Seers tarot. We're going to tap in, hopefully, into our intuition, pick up additional messages beyond what the tarot was just showing us, face value. And I also have my teeny tiny everyday witch. So let's get started, Cancer. It is a general reading. Because it's general, it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is an extended, and the link to that is at the top of the description within this video. All right, Cancer. I don't know why I'm picking up a hard time. Like either you've been going through a hard time or you're anticipating a hard time. I'm really kind of picking that up. Actually, it's the first one I've done this week where I just coming into the reading, I feel like I'm already picking up a message. So maybe some of you have been going through a hard time or you're anticipating that. Let's just see what the cards tell us. Sometimes what we anticipate is not always what happens. So past, present, and future for Cancer. I'm hearing it's not quite ready. It's like baking a cake. You can't pull it out too soon. It's going to be all soft and raw in the middle. All right. In the past, Cancer, we have the Moon. You have the Fool. You have the Star. Wow. It's all major arcana. Okay. And presently, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, the Hierophant, pulling out major cards here. In the future, you have the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Devil. Wow. All right, then. Well, I wasn't completely incorrect about feeling like there's a hard time in the future. I don't know. Maybe hard time's not the right word, but there's definitely something to navigate here and try to figure out your way through it. Try to provide some clarity between what feels like confusion and manipulation with the Devil. The Two of Pentacles is at the bottom. Oh, I feel like with this one, like this purse that she's holding is completely visible. It's here in the now, where this one almost feels like it's materializing. So there's some sort of additional responsibility kind of materializing on the horizon for you. And maybe that's more like what I was picking up. The anticipation of an additional responsibility or something that you need to deal with in the future. And you know what? There's so much major arcana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 9 cards. So that kind of tells me too that this is something that is not easily, you can't really duck out of this, or you can't really force things to go a certain way. It has to play out the way the universe kind of wants it to play out, and you have your part in it. So that in itself can sometimes feel kind of difficult. So in the past, you've got the Moon, the Fool, and the Star. I feel you using your intuition a lot in the past, using your intuition a lot. Maybe even kind of feeling like, you know, you don't have a lot of control over things going on in your life. These two cards, I mean, the Moon card, she's just allowed herself to fall down into the water and just kind of feel what that feels like, almost like falling into your emotions, just falling. Like, you know, not having a sense of control somehow, and then just taking a leap and going with it with the Fool. Almost like doing it over and over again. Falling into something. It's almost like a healing process is how I would describe it. Because you have the Star here. Yeah, it's as if falling away into the unknown, and this becomes your new beginning. But you sort of like, you sit, I feel like you sit in that. And it does have something to do with your destiny. So there could be something that you've been working through in the past, the only way to really get through it was utilizing your intuition and just going with it, going with it. What's happening here? There's a lot of faith sitting here in the past. Now, like presently, this is really good. You have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Empress, you have the Hierophant. Honestly, I feel like you were falling into kind of like your destiny, or falling into a path that was meant for you, but yet this wasn't a path that, you know, if you had planned it years prior, thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to get qualified in this, a certification in that, and then this will probably happen, and I'll do that, and then I'll open up the, like, no. If you had that plan, this feels like all that fell away and something else happened in your life. But look at this. This is just amazing. This is like you are now creating something with what you fell into your destiny. That's what I'm trying to look for. You fell into your destiny somehow in the past, and it felt like maybe even at times you were drowning in this. Just everything that you knew falling away, and the only thing that was connecting you still was the moon. You may have felt really distant from other people, connections to people. You just didn't connect. The only thing you were connecting with was the universe. It's almost like the universe had control of you, like puppet strings in some way. Oh, this devil's not so bad. Okay, it just might feel like it in some ways, depending on what the circumstance is. I mean, if you're dealing with someone who's downright manipulative, please don't try to twist this into something better than what it is. This feels more like it has to do with your personal destiny. And I feel like the universe to you might be showing up and feeling a little bit devilish, like a little bit controlling here, because I don't see you having a lot of control in the physical. I think in the spiritual you had a lot of control, but it was opening that up. And now you're transforming this into something that's real, intangible here, presently. I mean, this is a massive growth. You've started something. You've got a new beginning. But boy, you're even working on something else, even if you're aware of it or not. And you may not be, because I feel like the universe is, using you for something. That's how I would describe it. Using you for something. But this something has to do with your destiny. It has to do with your greater calling. The Hierophant is taking you up to a level of perspective, of self-consciousness and awareness that you haven't had in the past. And you're still working with the moon here. I love that. That moon is still influencing whatever is growing within you. Oh gosh, there could be someone who's actually pregnant, who may have been trying to get pregnant and was just to the point where it wasn't happening and just fell into process around you. And by releasing that, you know, it kind of releases the tension and the anxiety associated with trying to do that. You know, a lot of times when a family or a couple can't have kids and they adopt, the minute they adopt, they get pregnant. You just release that hold on trying to get this to happen, and then, oh, I can't do it anymore. So it happens. The universe says, oh, thank you very much. We were trying to do that for you, but you were holding the steering wheel so tight, we couldn't. Some of you may actually be, in this cycle. I'm getting this cycle. You might actually become pregnant. For others of you, you've already made something here and you're starting to kind of feel it. You can hold it in your hands, but there's even more coming. And I feel like this is even big. This is some sort of a rebirth for you. And the Hierophant climbing the staircase of like a cosmic knowledge. Wow. You know, it's funny that your reading is really spiritual. Even though we're just doing down and dirty tarot, you're still pulling in quite a spiritual message here. All right, so you got this. This is great. Don't worry about it in the future is what I want to say, because there might seem like you feel called to action in the future. You feel called to action, and that action could be communication. It could be taking, like, just moving in a certain direction. It could just be physical action on some level, but something still has control here. And so it leaves you in the future kind of thinking, well, what can I do here? I don't understand. You don't need to understand. If you're already resonating with this, like with the past and the present, if you're resonating with this, that the past seems like your present, I'm kind of showing you how things are going to start growing and developing for you. So if you feel like things are falling away from you, like you have very little control over your life, it's a new beginning. There's something that tugs at you spiritually, but yet the physical part of you feels like you're drowning. Wow, I can't. There's so much going on. It's overwhelming. Things are going to really, this is beautiful, like really, really happen for you. But this is trust in the process is what I hear over here. You do feel like you haven't quite released the strings because there's something you're making or something that you're about to achieve, and the universe wants you to achieve it in the right way. So not everything is going to be shown to you. It's almost reminding me of someone who would have been pregnant in the, I don't know when ultrasound started, but let's just start with the 70s, because I know when my mom was pregnant, she had no idea what was going on in there. You just had to wait. And it kind of feels like that, right? Like you just have to wait. Trust in the staircase. I mean, maybe there's 9. No, there's a lot more than, yeah, I should have been able to see that anyways. A lot more than 9 steps. But there's a lot more than 9 steps to this. I wonder how many steps you've taken already. She's pretty big, but she hasn't dropped yet. So I want to say, she looks like to me someone who would be maybe in their 7th, maybe 8th month. I mean, it depends. So I don't know. You could just be a couple months away from achieving something, but it's like ultrasound doesn't exist in this timeline for you, and you can't see it. You want to know. You want to find out. You want to communicate. You want to take action. It might not happen the way you want it to. But something's materializing. Oh my goodness. Like something within you too. Something within you is materializing. There could even be someone around you if you're older. Like there could be someone around you that you're close to who is about to become pregnant as well. So definitely there's something in your world that is materializing. God, this is beautiful. This, I'm sure it's probably too high for you to see too. It's almost too like a seed was planted. A seed was planted. The Empress is pregnant with that seed. I'm seeing you as the Empress. Oh, and the Hierophant. This is, God, it's almost got, wow, now it has that feeling of, oh, what's that called? Oh my gosh. What the heck is that called? How can I forget what that's called? You know, when like the Virgin Mary is pregnant, she's a virgin and she's pregnant. It's kind of like that, like the Hierophant. It has impregnated you with something. And it will give birth. You will give birth. You know, this is curious too. Immaculate conception. That's what I'm looking for. Now, the devil, right? Okay, if there is, like, whatever this can be, some sort of immaculate conception is how I would describe this. It came from the stars. An immaculate conception. If it's now though, you're here on earth, this, whatever it is that you're growing, that's about to be birthed through you, it could be a project, it could be a relationship, I don't know, it could be a new spiritual practice, it could be a child. But yet, who has control over the earth is the devil. It's the devil's domain. So because of that, there may be something that you are doing in your life that has become very spiritual, yet it is still run by the laws of this little bugger. So it will happen. It's divine. Let's see. All right, let's pull out a clarifier for each one of these. Well, you got two. So let's just say two came out. You have the Page of Wands and the King of Cups. My gosh, this is, yeah, like you were taking on a new path here. Almost like you received a calling or something to go very, very deep. Very, very deep intuitively. Very, very deep emotionally. Extremely deep. The Fool, the Eight of Wands. And now, see, it's a new beginning. But these wands and this Eight of Wands are all over the place. There's like a tornado happening around this energy. I do feel like it might have been you struggling too with, you know, when we hit our path that is our fate, it's not necessarily what we believed would be our fate or what we kind of planned for ourselves or strategized for ourselves. So it can throw us off, and everything around you. It's a lot like a spiritual awakening, like especially when someone's had the initial spark of a spiritual awakening, because we will continue to have those. And I see that here, like another level for you currently. But in the past, it almost feels like that, like the initial, just like slap in the face of a spiritual awakening, and looking at the things around you and a lot of it not making sense, like what you're doing, where you're directing your time and your energy, but yet you're still connected to these things, and you're still connected to people involved with those things and struggling with it. Yet the universe, I feel like, continuously guiding you, no, tether this star, tether this cosmic energy. The Star, the Knight of Wands, and this is where you get your power. This is where you get your oomph from the universe right now. Wow. So that feels like too, if you, I want to say even bringing it into the present, but it probably, you might have felt it a lot in the past, and it may not have even made sense, that you were energized, you become energized when you are doing what you're meant to be doing, like between you and the universe here. But if you deviate it and deviate from it and try to get back in with all these little other things going on in your life, then you probably start to feel kind of drained, kind of chaotic, kind of confused, like a tornado. All right, the Ace of Pentacles right now. The Two of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, because you are juggling something right now, but there's something even more that's materializing. They're right, that Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something even more that's materializing in this for you. I feel like it has to do with moon cycles. Every 30 days. There might be certain points in the cycle that you're strongest. It could be a full moon. A full moon appears twice here in your reading. I don't see a new moon or a crescent moon anywhere depicted here. Full moon is your energy. Full moon, so okay, this feels like the opposite in terms of, you would think of a new moon as a time to kind of start thinking about or start sending out an intention for something new to create in your life. No, I see you as having the most power to do that with the full moon. So you would say, well, the Empress, when she gives birth to this, but that birth is now the new thing. She becomes a different entity, particularly if it's her first child. She is no longer just her. She is now defined as the mother, or if you're male or more masculine, the father of this child. The Empress. The Knight of Pentacles. It's slow and you cannot speed up. You can't. The baby can't pop out. Whatever you're making can't come out sooner than what it's meant to come out. If it does, it's not going to be good. It's going to have to go in the incubator, or it might be too soon and it can't incubate, right? Like it has to. You cannot speed up this process. You are the vessel for something here that I feel like the universe is creating with you. The Hierophant. The Ace of Cups. Oh my God, guys. You guys are, you're going to be opening up a portal of love. That's what you're doing. Okay, now, if you're new to my channel, or even if you're not new, it was a reading I did a long time ago. A long time ago. I used one of my really more dynamic decks. I did it for each of the zodiacs, and I used the Starman Tarot. What is that what it's called? The Starman Tarot? It's inspired by David Bowie. The artwork, it's really crazy, and I get like really cosmic messages through it. So I wanted to ask, I did each zodiac sign, and the question I asked is like, why are you important? What are you meant to be doing here? What is the purpose of you, Cancer? And did we get a message for you? Let me tell you. So in that reading, I don't want to mess that up because we still have more cards to pull for here. In that reading, Cancer, I got the message that you are innately gifted with a type of love, different types of love within you that you can sort of ignite, initiate, create, spark out. And it's like, so outside of Earth, the energy that is the most prominent out there beyond anything else is love. Love is really, truly the only energy that exists. But because Earth is very dense, Earth is not controlled completely by divine. Although there is, I do see the devil as working as, all his hair is up in the air. He is the puppet of the divine in a very obscure way that causes us all to be pushed in ways that we never thought that we could succeed through. But anyway, so not every expression or experience of love is here on Earth right now. But each one of you, Cancer, is a vessel of this. And you are meant, you lead hard lives, which is really interesting because a lot of Cancerians do. You really emotionally, relationship-wise, there tends to be a lot of difficult things that you work through. But it's because the divine is working through you and you are about to open a portal. So you are about to create love in some type of way here that has not been felt on Earth before. And if you think about the evolution of human history, we can see the different ways that love and connection have evolved over time. And that's what this is. So when you initiate this love, it's like if you ever try to dry a car with a chamois, and if the chamois is hard and dry, it won't absorb any water, because water attracts water molecules. That's what this is like. When I was doing your reading, I literally got this vision in my head of like a portal on the outside of the Earth's atmosphere, and you initiating love in some way. So either a new relationship, the birth of a child, and how you manage that, or how these can be hard love, it can be beautiful, pure love, all the different forms that love has for us. And when you do that, when that happens to you, it's like that droplet of water. All of a sudden the portal opens and love comes into Earth in a new expressive way that has not existed here yet before. It's so crazy, but it's so beautiful at the same time. And that's what this is. That's what this is, the Ace of Cups. You guys are opening up a portal of love. It's not open yet. It's still inside you. And the devil might even be working to try to slow this down. It can't be stopped. I want to say it cannot be stopped. You might feel frustration at times in whatever this is. But like once you open this, then that portal stays open. And then other people will experience love in this way. Oh my God, this is really cool. Actually, to have channeled that message like a couple years ago, I think now. And then see it here. Like it happening. Okay, so in the future, the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, remember where you get your strength and your connection. Remember where you get that. I just see her looking up, right? The 9 of Cups, your wish, your dream, your fulfillment. It's there. It might seem like it's not tangible, or it might just seem like it's hard to navigate through something here. There's some kind of a block with the devil. The 8 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. If there's something that you want to do, something that you want to actualize, initiate, express, move towards, move away from, but you're held back, just know that the time is coming with the 3 of Wands. The time is coming. This seed has been planted. You can't hold this back. Like it's coming. It's coming. You cannot hold that back. All right, the devil. The King of Wands. Oh. Okay, whatever this block is, it's meant to provide you with a very strong sense of leadership. Empowerment. It's meant to really empower you. It's It's intended to make you step up in a way that you've never stepped up before. The Five of Wands. Oh, and that's it. This is the Five of Wands. I'm hearing there's some sort of continuing conflict around you. Some sort of continuing conflict around you. But it really does have that feeling of what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And I got a little bit of that here. This doesn't feel particularly difficult, Cancer. I honestly feel like you've been through most of the difficulty, but it is a hiccup. It's almost like, well, the due date. The due date was, where are we? February the 25th? Is it February the 25th as I record this? But the due date was now. No, this kind of feels like, well, you might go into, I was going to say overtime. That's probably how maybe some of your husbands would have described it. You got into overtime, honey. You're overdue. This is a bit of overdue energy. I am going to pull out an Oracle of the Radiant Sun card for you. I was doing that for others. This is beautiful. Yeah, no, you can't rush this. This is just gorgeous. Some of you too might be about to give birth to a child that will be very special and very gifted. And it's not just you. There's many Cancerians all over the world. So this might be like heralding in a new generation. It's just a really, gosh, it's a beautiful energy. All right, it's time to pull it out. For Cancer, do we have a message to them from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun? Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Patience. Patience is upright. What's the second card? Optimism. Oh, yes. See? Look at this. 7 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. That's what I would describe that as. Optimism. Remember what it is that's being created here. It can't be stopped at this point. The seed has been planted. It's inside the Empress. Patience and optimism. There's your final message from the universe. That's beautiful. Ooh, and look at, these are like reversed. 6 and 9. Do like that. 6 and 6. What does optimism say backwards? Miss Imitpo. Miss Imitpo. That's interesting. I don't know why I'm compelled to look at it like that. It's because it's a 6 and a 9. Miss Imitpo. I don't know. There you go. Maybe that means something. The bottom is inspiration. Venus in, what are they called? Those, your fellow water signs. Pisces. Yeah. Venus and Pisces energy. Oh my gosh, Cancer. This is kind of exciting. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much for letting me read this. I'm going to go do the extended. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.